Welcome, foolish mortals. Sorry, I'm about a minute or so late. I forgot something downstairs and had to go get it. So, hope everybody's having a great week for an upcoming weekend of movie watching. And here it's supposed to start snowing here in a little while. It was 78 degrees yesterday, and today we're supposed to get snow. So that's Colorado for you. We're very schizoid in our weather. So, say hi to a few people. John Joker, thanks for dropping by. The GOAT, always here, always supporting. I appreciate it. Kurt, what's up? Nice to see you, man. Matt, yeah, there will be no spoilers. Um, broad, broad stuff, but nothing that'll destroy your view. It's we'll get into that later. Mick, what's up? How you doing? Doing good, doing good. Having a day off is always good. This is my only day off. I didn't get a day off this past week. Our pay weeks run Friday to Thursday. So it's weird when I talk to people and say, well, no, I'm off. This is my day off this week. And they're confused. So, as always, we're going to go over some pickups. I'm going to drop a link in once I get some of those moving along. And anybody is free to join. Well, hell, I might just do it now. There we go. So if anybody wants to join us today, you are more than free. Just pop on and I will add you in. And I'll check it as I go along. I'm really bad at checking the feed along the bottom to see if who pops in. But let's go over a few pickups this week. So I didn't get a lot in store this week. I went to 5 stores for a toy hunt on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. And I found one new item. Apart from that, everything was exactly the same as the toy hunt I did last week. So there will be no toy hunt this week because I just came home and erased it. Because there was no point. I'm not going to waste you guys' time. So what I did get at Target was a new pop. And this is a Kirk and Spock from the Wrath of Khan Target Con pop. And as you can see, they're not in there because they're very weird. And so I went ahead and took them out of the box, which I do randomly. But I don't like how Kirk's head. So you can't even see Kirk's face because they're going in for a little smooch, a smoochy smooch. I am and always have been your friend. But I love that Spock's got the glove on. I wish there was something over here. I guess that's over here. Where in the hell is my hand? There we go. Over here. I wish there was a sticker or something here. It just kind of looks plain. Or on the back wall over here. I don't know. It just looks plain. So I don't know. I do love it. It's great. Just because that's my favorite Star Trek movie. So I'm hoping they do a Wrath of Khan. It would be great if they did another one of these with him with the Genesis device and he's all like, I spit at thee. That whole bit. So I did get this this week. This is really the only thing I found in store. They did have a couple other pops for the Target Con, but I'm really trying to stay away from pops. I'm contemplating packing all of my pops up and then putting out my real collection of stuff. I might keep like 100 of them out as part of a wall, but we'll have to see. I don't know. My roommates get a lot of Disney stuff. They buy a ton of it. And they had a 50% off sale on a whole bunch of stuff. So they picked me up this really cool Nightmare Before Christmas set. It's got Jack and Lock and Shock and Barrel. It's got Sally and Zero. The Mayor. Oogie Boogie. And Dr. Finkelstein back in the background there. But at 50% off, this was a good pickup. I'm not I'm not unhappy to get that. It'll go probably back on the wall. Well, probably up there somewhere near the. I might move that Doctor Who thing. We'll see. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird because his head is right up against the glass, and I know that's how it was in the movie, but I guess because their heads are so big. If it was a normal size head, his head would be back a little bit, but it's very plain, and it doesn't like. I was kind of hoping maybe it would have the Star Trek thing across, but let's face it, I'm putting it back in the box, so it doesn't really matter. But I do love, my favorite is of course Star Trek 2. Those are also my favorite Trek uniforms apart from the DS9. So having those are pretty cool. I do like those with the hope of getting more in. Also from the internet this week, I did get my Clone Wars mini-series battle droid. And much like everybody else, this came to me in an envelope. And it was not damaged. I was very surprised. So, very happy. These are very cool little figures. It does put the Clone Wars series into the timeline, which is cool, as far as when stuff was released. Let's see. I need a place to put this right there. So, hey, Rolando. Good morning, sir. How you doing? The other one I got this week, which was not as well packed, was this guy, who apparently has not been given a name yet, from The Mandalorian. He is bent because Amazon put him in a box that's smaller than the package. But I got star cases and stuff. I can fix that. I can just bend it a little and put it back in the box, and it'll unbend itself in time. Hey Tim, what is up? How you doing? We'll get into that, but I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I really don't. Also, from the world of the internet, I did get my Princess Bride Fessick. Now, the face on him is, he has a lot of eyeshadow on for some reason. I don't know. The stubble is hard to do, I'm sure, on a figure as well. But very cool figure. I now have this set complete, and oddly enough, he comes with a peanut, and of course a big rock to smash people with. But the face is kind of interesting. And I had to get this on Amazon because I haven't seen it in store yet. But they've got a second one coming with him in the robe. If I can get that over there on that pile before it falls. So I'll have to buy him again, of course, because repaints. I also got a new book. For those of you who know Aaron on Cobain Games, his brother Will is an author. And this is his book. It's called The Tomb of Knowledge, The Keeper's Gambit. And I think it's going to do really well. I got it this week. I'm going to, I'm probably going to read it Sunday after the monkey lizard Lego build. So I don't know if this is available on Amazon or not yet, but if so, there you go. There is the UPC if you want to try and scan the computer and see if you can pick it up there. I'm really looking forward to this. So he's got a series in mind for this. So hopefully this will do well for him. He really deserves it. So he's worked real hard on it. Last thing from the internet, you might know that I like the Haunted Mansion. And so I found something new and Hey, Gilster, what's up? Hey, anytime you can pop in, we're happy to have you, man. Good to see you. I found a new thing called Disney's Doorables. I don't know what this means, but it said Haunted Mansion, so I had to buy it. Now, apparently, it's 12 of these little guys, which look like the mystery minis from Funko, but I don't know. And of course, the bonus one is obviously Madame Leota. So I'm not sure. They're sparkling glittery. It says your favorite Disney adorable characters with sparkly glittery eyes, so tiny and cute you can't help but collect them all. So I get the feeling that they're like that big or something. So we'll see. I will do a separate video on these probably today and get this out to everybody. But had to buy it because that's how my collection works. I have also gone. Let's put this down here. I have really found stuff while thrifting recently. I've been buying a lot of Trek books, some Star Wars books. For some reason, little golden books. I have so many of these. But I did find a cool little series called The Jedi Academy. And these are a neat little series of books about kids at the Jedi Academy and what they go through. And it's like I don't know, I haven't started reading them yet, but from the description, it's kind of like a Harry Potter Jedi Academy thing, but funnier. So, this is, and they're all done in threes. So this first dude, this is Rowan. He's from Tatooine, of course, because who isn't? And he wanted to be a pilot, but he couldn't be a pilot. So they sent him to the Jedi Academy. And it's all about how he gets lumped in, and it says, my whole life I planned on going to pilot school like the rest of my friends, but I got rejected. Now I'm at a school with aliens, robots, and lightsaber-wielding bullies who can lift things with their minds. How am I supposed to compete with that? As if starting middle school wasn't hard enough. So I don't know, it's an interesting series. I think this would probably do really well as an animated show. But they do 3. So this guy is in books 1 and 2 and 3. And then it moves to a new guy called Victor Starspeeder. And Victor says, back at the Jedi Academy for year 2, I don't have book 1, but it's not going the way I planned. I was excited about Drama Club and thought we had a shot at the lead role in this year's play. But a new kid got it. Jerk. Plus, Master Yoda is totally mad at me because I keep oversleeping. As if that wouldn't be bad enough, there are rumors going around that my sister is a Sith. What gives? So they look like cute little books. So they were $1 a piece. So I picked them up. They'll go in my Star Wars collection. And, hey, Darth Rock, how you doing, man? Good to see you on Salacious's talk. Always fun. JT, how you doing? I am not set up on Patreon. I have nothing extra to offer you guys except what I do. I have heard that people are having issues with it, though. Some creators that I know. But I am not set up. I don't even have. I have super chat set up here, and that's it. Because I don't want to. I feel like I don't have any extra product to give you guys. So I feel like if you gave me even $3 a month, I would feel bad about that. I'm still iffing. There are other people who are like, do it anyway, but we'll see. Maybe by the end of the week, I'll decide what's going on. But everybody's saying, hey. I will drop the link one more time. Again, if anybody wants to come on, if you've got something to show off or just want to sit and BS with us, more than welcome. In the land of Star Wars thrifting still, I got some trading cards. And these are Return of the Jedi Topps Vision cards, Wide Vision. These are from 1996. And they had different packs, so I got one pack of each. I already have this set, but I needed a couple of the packs. So you have Jabba, you have Luke on a speeder, you have the attack on the Death Star with B-Wings, and you have Han. And then I picked up some Empire Strikes Back ones. So you have the Falcon approaching the Star Destroyer. This is my favorite single shot in all of Star Wars. It just is. Is Vader standing there in the fog waiting. An AT-AT, attack on Hoth, and Dagobah. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Congratulations. You'll be at 1,000 in no time. That's cool. John, you don't have to do that. Thank you, man. When that happens, of course, we play a small little video.
Scary.
But thank you, John. That means a lot. Thank you, dude. Hey,
Hello.
What's up?
What's up? Sorry, I'm retransforming my Transformers. I recently made a Transformer video of my collection.
Yeah,
I'm sitting the back up on the shelf now.
Nice.
Yeah, how we doing? It's good.
Good. How are you?
Not too bad at all. Not too bad. Just trying to stand up Megatron up.
How's it going down there?
Standing up right there. Yeah, too bad, not too bad. It's pretty late in New Zealand.
Oh. Now you're nowhere near all that flooding, right?
Depending on how you want to look at it. Hello, everybody in the chat. Late night Darth Rock. So how you been?
Not bad. A lot of work. We had a couple people. Well, one person went down with it, and a couple people got better jobs. So, apart from that, not too bad. There's nothing around here to buy.
Yeah, I'm the same. I financially can't afford crap at the moment anyway, but even if I could, there's nothing to buy.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy about it because I know I'm like 3 waves behind on Black Series. I've kind of given up anyway.
Oh, right.
Mike Reed wants to know what you're doing up at 4 a.m.
The latest things I would have picked up. If it's me or you, probably me. It's always me. Are you still with me though?
Yeah. You're fading here and there, but you're here.
Yeah, I keep getting that. I don't have any new pickups, but I guess my most recent pickups what we've really got is this guy.
Oh, nice.
Droid's Boba Fett. Are we
I
still
was
there?
not able to order that, and they sold out.
Oh, really? There was heaps of them here. They were everywhere. But yeah, I think the Boba Fett sold out. Everyone's wanted the Boba Fett, but the droids not so much. It seems no one's too fond of the droids.
I don't know. Even here, the droids sold out, especially in the 3 3/4 size.
I haven't seen the Black Series version of that anywhere though. Not here.
I don't think we're going to see any of that stuff around here. It just disappears. Recently found out that a couple of my comic book stores send people to the store first thing in the morning and they buy out most of the new figures.
I can imagine. Did you catch my recent video yourself? It was over here, like little shops with like old school toys and stuff. They're very none and void. They're pretty hard to find. I finally found one called Dead Video, and he has old school toys and all sorts, and also sells movies, DVDs and that.
I
It
saw
was
the video. It's
amazing.
in my watch list.
Yeah,
I'll
I
probably
did
go.
a full video of it. It was so cool. Check it out if you get a chance. Fantastic store.
Yeah.
A lot of nostalgia in there. A lot.
I love those old stores. I can't afford some of the stuff, but I love looking.
Terrible. What a fun movie. Oh, still here. I won't stay for overly too long, but I thought I'd pop in my account.
I love how clean and organized your stuff is. My OCD really
Yes,
likes the way those are on the shelf, on the floor, on the wall.
Oh, I have to. I can't stand it. They gotta look good. It's clean and tidy. Well, they look clean, but not when you get real close. It definitely builds up over time.
It does.
But that's my Black Series collection on display.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's beautiful.
Mandalorians. That's Mandalorian stuff. Clone Wars. Everything else. Galactic Empire. First Order. Luke's. So that's that part anyway.
It's kind of sad that Luke needs his own shelf. There are lots of Lukes.
Over here I've got Luke's land speeder with some sand troopers. I still need some more figures. Here you can't see too well, but that is the three Hoth. That's Han, Leia, and Luke, and then you've got the three Hoth Endor, Han, Leia, and Luke, which look really good on display. So they really do.
Well, and Chucky's watching over them, so they'll be fine.
That's one of my pins from Left Coast Graphics. Sorry for the noise. That's part of the wall.
Cool.
Then we've got that Mandalorian VC up there. More Black Series, Vader's helmet. That's all my NECA. Retro. Everything else.
Nice. I'm still sad I missed that X-Wing with him in it from Rogue One.
So,
I didn't get that X-Wing.
What was that?
I didn't get that X-Wing that has the from Rogue One. I wanted to, but they never. My targets never got it.
The figures. Yeah, I was lucky to find them on an online store. The only one I've got is Chirrut Imwe, which I'm pretty happy to have, to be honest, because I really wanted that. But yeah, really hard to get.
Well, and back east, I mean, Sleeping was seeing them for like $50 on clearance.
Huh.
You know, kind of like the my area never got the Castle Grayskull from the new line. And here they are clearancing them out. Yeah, they were clearancing them for $30 in Texas.
Oh, right. Yeah, place here, the warehouse, which they're hit and miss. They had it here, but I missed out on that completely.
Yeah.
I think they're all sold out.
Gilster says once he gets a 3PO Black Series or a Bandai kit, he's going to call it complete. They do need to do a completely new. They need to do a new 3PO.
Yeah, we've got the archive, right? Do you know, there's a couple I don't have in my collection, and I'm real disappointed I don't have them. And that is a Black Series 3PO and a Black Series Chewbacca. I do not have those characters, and I'm ashamed.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think I don't have I have the one that's on the Kenner card for Chewbacca, but I don't have the only other one I have is the Episode 7 one.
All right.
But I also picked up a couple Star Trek Happy Meal boxes.
Oh, very cool. That is very cool.
Not sure how many there were, but they've got little Klingons you can cut out of the box. And it's got a comic. A little maze.
That's
They're
awesome.
pretty cool. But they were $5 each. I couldn't pass that up for a 40-year-old Happy Meal box.
No.
Sadly, they didn't come any thinny French fries.
No, that's big bet. Right, I might disappear because now I've finished fiddling. I do need to go to bed because it's about 3 a.m. here. So,
all right, good. Well, thanks for stopping by and saying, hey, congratulations on 700.
I thought I'd jump in while I had a chance. So, yeah, thank you for having me in, and until the next one, everyone.
Well, if you're still up any day on Friday, I generally do these every Friday morning.
Nice.
Right.
I might hit you up on Twitter or something and organise even to get you on my channel at some point. That would be cool. I'd like that.
Love to.
We'll make it happen. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.
That was sweet. Oh, yeah. Vern is so good at that stuff. Way too talented for me. But I'm just happy that I know the dude. Okay, so I still have a few last pickups from my Star Wars thrifting adventure. And I was really happy to find these because I don't have a ton of this series. I don't think. I might have more than I think I do. So these are from the Saga Legends collection. This was back when they were having that weird little card game. And you'd get dice with some figures and cards with others. But these were great little figures. And of course, they did a ton of them. This is Saga Legends number 27, a Death Star Trooper. And this is Saga Legends number 22. Whoops, a little shiny. Hoth, Indoor Hoth. Hoth Han Solo. There we go. Learn how to speak. But I really liked this packaging. This was at a time I had given up on Star Wars again. So now, of course, it's costing me double. But these only were $5 a piece. I was really happy. It looked like this guy was just having a sale for spring break. And so everything he had was 50% off. So this is a Shock Trooper, I think. Yeah, Shock Trooper. This is Saga Legends number 25. Any new trooper is always good to have. And the little bases all fit together. And you're supposed to play the game with their power cards and the dice. But of course, nobody did that. So, well, probably somebody did. And of course, you can't have a series without having a really sweet looking Darth Maul. He is number 08. He's number 8 in the series. And then Anakin Skywalker. He is number 11. So I need to get these in my master list and see if I've duplicated or what. And if I have, I don't care. They were $5 a piece. I will always buy 3 3/4 inch figures for that price. For sets I'm not sure if I have. Now I did get these little guys. This is an armored scout tank with a battle droid. And again, this was $5. Love the little background. You got the drop ship in the background there. And then this is a Gundam Assault cannon with Mr. Jaja Binks. It was cool. And this has got the back so you can see there was that fish, the other Gundam thing. And then I got this, which I really like. This is Darth Maul and his Sith Speeder. Now, of course, this is basically just a repackage. But it comes with that nifty little card. And you can see on back here. But I didn't buy a lot of vehicles in this line. And I'm sad I didn't, because I ended up really liking this packaging. So, but that is this week's pickups. As far as I know, let me see. Let me look around. Yeah, that was it. So it was not a great week, but there's not a lot out. It's weird, Oh, nice. I missed that one. Is that the Entertainment Earth one? I think there was an Entertainment Earth exclusive one. It was either that or it was the bloody version of the Dark Knight, of the Black Knight, and I missed it. And I can't bring myself to pay that much. I really wish they'd do more Python ones. They could do a silly walk. They could do, there's tons of them they could do. I don't know why they don't do more with that. Maybe with an anniversary coming up, they might. But, who knows? So, well, let's kind of get in. Yeah, the Dark Knight. I kind of thought it was, but I couldn't remember. The real reason most people are here is to talk about the Batman. So I will add the StreamYard link one more time here before I start. See if anybody wants to come on. If anybody else has seen it yet. Now, this will be a pretty spoiler-free review. I will give overarching plot points, but nothing that really hasn't been alluded to already. And then go from there. So I will start by saying that I was not enthused about this movie. I was really happy with the director. He's done a couple of the Planet of the Apes movies that I've really liked. I thought he would do really well, but I was really kind of on the edge about whether or not how much the studio would get involved and mess with stuff. So, it's, and then when they cast Mr. Sparkles as Batman, I really had reserves, because I know he's a good actor and he's done some good work. If you really want to watch something good that he's good in, is go to watch The Lighthouse with him and William Dafoe. Really pretty good. Apart from that, I really haven't seen him in too much. I didn't watch any of the Twilight movies. Of course, he was in Harry Potter, and I saw that. But I was willing to give him a chance. I've given every Batman a chance. So, later, Gilster. Thanks for coming by. Have a good weekend. Sorry you have to go to work. That is true. Kind of like those wind-up ones with the little feet. That would work. I don't know. There a few years ago, not to get off point here for a sec, there were quite a lot of Python toys, and then all of a sudden there just wasn't anymore, and I don't know who did that. But anyway, I really was on the edge. And then when they said Colin Farrell was going to play the Penguin, I was like, eh. And then I saw pictures of the Riddler, and I just didn't care anymore. I really didn't. It wasn't something I was even going to go see. But I saw a couple more of the trailers. I saw a couple clips, and it did really look good. I mean, I still was on the fence. And then when they told me it was over 3 hours long, I don't watch 3-hour movies. Usually it's one of those things where I don't have the attention span I used to. And so it tasks me, because I'm so used to watching binging stuff, which is stupid, because if I'm sitting there and binging 5 episodes of something, it's still watching 5 hours of something instead of watching a 3-hour movie. But I really have a hard time watching movies. I don't know why. I have to break that. I used to watch them at work in the background, but they blocked all those channels, so now I can't anymore. So anyway, so Matt Reeves is directing, and he's done a lot of really great stuff. And I will say that, um, oh, Derby, let me just say right out, this is the best Batman movie since Batman '89. In my opinion, there will never be a better movie than Batman '89. That's just part of my growing up. It's embedded in my head. Michael Keaton is my Batman, just like my dad's Batman is Adam West. And a lot of younger kids, their Batman is Christian Bale. But my Batman is Michael Keaton. And Derpy is absolutely right. This is, I thought it was better than The Dark Knight, but only because Robert is so much better than Christian Bale. The Batman is written better. Overall, I would say that he really did a pretty good job. He wasn't Bruce Wayne a lot in the film. And a lot of the Playboy stuff like that's all gone. He doesn't do any of that. He doesn't sleep around. He doesn't drive his sports cars all over the place, rubbing people's face in his money. He doesn't do that. He also is not a philanthropist. He also doesn't give a rat's ass about Wayne Tech or anything going on in the company. So it's a very weird Batman and Bruce. He calls himself Vengeance. He's but I do think it was better than The Dark Knight. Now, if you take Heath Ledger's performance out of The Dark Knight, I don't think Dark Knight's a very good movie at all. But Heath makes that movie. Hey Guido, how you doing? The atmosphere is good. Matt Reeves, in several interviews, has said that he wanted to make it more film noir and more a detective story and more of a throwback to things like Seven and things like that. And it is. It's a good noir film. The setting is basically almost constantly in the rain. I don't know why they think that's noirish. I mean, it is to a point, but it's sleeping. There will be no spoilers. None at all. You should be fine to hang out with us for a while. But it is dark. And when I say dark, I mean literally dark. Like sometimes you can't see really what's going on, like everything in the WB universe. But it's still really shot well. And cinematography is great. There is some very iffy CGI here and there, but you have to let that go, even though they've had, like an extra year or so to fix it. Catwoman, she's wonderful. I mean, Zoe Kravitz really embodied that character and made her exactly what you would want from her, Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd give you that the first two were pretty decent movies. The third one was just, I don't know what they were doing. That was just a bad movie. And Bale was pretty good, but once you see this Batman, you'll see how he could be written better. But Gerard Butler did it. And I will tell you the standout performance of the film, and I don't care because this is just me, was Colin Farrell as the Penguin. He is excellent. If you didn't know it was him, there's just a little bit of something around the eyes. That's it. The makeup is perfect. He embodies the character and the character's movements with that extra weight. And his accent is on T, just beautiful. I did not know that John Turturro was in the movie. John Turturro is in the movie as Falcone, and he's always great. I love him in almost everything. But he was really good in the film. What's Jeffrey Jeffrey Wright plays Gordon. And the best thing about this Gordon is he does stuff. He's actually a partner with the Batman. They actually do detective-y things, which is nice. It's not just him running around beating people down, which he does do in several scenes, and those are very well done. If Robert is doing his own stunts, which I'm not sure he is, but if he is, he picked up the fighting techniques very, very well. The score is pretty good. I listened to the score before I saw the movie, and I really didn't like it. Now that I've seen the movie, I see where the score fits in, and it's pretty good. But there's no real overarching theme. You're not going to get something like Danny Elfman out of this, which that's fine. But it's something I'll probably buy to keep it with my Batman soundtracks, but I might not listen to it very often. The last thing to talk about a little bit is the Riddler. Now, I've already said that I really didn't like the Riddler's look. To me, it's just not. It's not the Riddler. And I know nobody wants the green suit, which is the suit I love the best, the one from the Batman animated series and what Frank Gorshin wore on Batman 66. And nobody wants the stupid spandex of all the question marks like Frank used to wear, or the white one that Jim Carrey wore. Oh my God, that was just, yes. And they were. And this kind of feels like a throwback to them in some way. I thought the same thing when I was watching. I was like, this is a little bit of a throwback to those black and white films where they couldn't really afford couldn't afford car crashes and stuff like that, but you could afford him to be a detective. They do, and I don't know. I'm going to re-listen to the soundtrack again tomorrow while I'm at work. I have to go in at 2 a.m. again, so I'll be at work for 12 hours. So I'm going to listen to the whole soundtrack again. But getting back to the Riddler. In talks, Matt Reeves has said that he wanted to make this more like Seven, and that he saw the Riddler as more like a Zodiac character. Well, he took that a little too far. This guy's a Kmart Zodiac. He kind of has an outfit that kind of is reminiscent of the Zodiac. He sends greeting cards. There's a famous Halloween card that the Zodiac sent that has a message on it and a little thing. And he does that in this movie. He sends a lot of cards. He's at Hallmark a lot. But he's all right. I mean, it moves the plot along, but until the movie is really, really good. Until you get to about the last half hour-ish or so. And you'll know exactly what I mean when you're watching the movie, because the movie will wrap up. And then you're like, well, cool. That's really good. We can see, look at your watch and you're like, wait, there's still like almost 40 minutes of this movie left. And that's when it makes the superhero Marvel DC CGI jump that I don't think it needed. I don't think it needed this. This almost feel like it was plastered on by the studio. It didn't fit. But what it did give us a chance to see is the Riddler not in his costume talking to the Batman. And he is really good. I don't know the actor's name. I can't remember off the top of my head. But he's really good in this and saved the Riddler in the movie for me. I know now when I go back to rewatch it, knowing what he was thinking in his head, it'll make the previous shots with the Riddler better for me. And I probably will see this again. I might even see it in theater again. Yes, he does. And he does actually use question marks. But he's got, let's move you out here. Right on his chest, he's got one question mark and then a couple little symbols around it. And he does leave a question mark like that at places. And as you've seen in the trailer, he makes one in his coffee, that kind of thing. So you do know, and he calls himself the Riddler outright. So we know who he is, and he uses social media and stuff like that. I don't want to get too deep into it because it'll give some stuff away. But he looked like a Kmart Zodiac, and from the beginning of the movie, that's exactly what he seems to be. But then by the end of the movie, you understand him a little more, and you get that what he's doing is still psychotic, but that's where my break is. The Riddler, in my Riddler, the Riddler I love, is not a psychotic serial killing machine. He thinks things through. This Riddler is Zodiac. He's got these big plans. He wants to uncover things. He wants to tell the world, but he wants to use the Batman to do it. And he's preternatural in a weird way. You'll understand when you see the movie. But, you know, overall, I loved it. Like I said, this is my second favorite Batman movie now. My third favorite would be The Dark Knight, but first will always be Michael Keaton. But it was a lot of fun. It went by faster than I thought it would. There were only a couple spots where I looked at my phone to see what time it was. And that was just kind of, there's a couple spots where the movie just kind of slows. And it's good because it gives plot. It did not cut stuff out that you needed to know. There was a rumor that there's a 4-hour cut of this movie. I would very much like to see that cut. I think we'd get a lot more than we would. What? Kat, you did not go to a movie theater and watch a Batman movie. Your lies. You make baby Jesus cry. My buddy Code Monkey there is notorious for not going to movies. He'll be several years behind. He may not have even seen any of the sequel movies or half the Marvel movies by now. Of course, I can't talk. I'm like 4 movies behind myself. But be prepared because it is about 3 hours and 40 minutes with the trailers and the credits. So I did not stay all the way through the credits. I got a call from work, so I had to leave. But I was told that there is no end scene. There's an ending that leads into what could possibly be a sequel. Because, of course, there's going to be a sequel. We already know Robert is signed up for 3 films. So, I knew it. Although, Kat, you would really like this. If you get a chance, make Matt take you. You guys would love it. It's top tier. It really is. And the fight sequences are good. The action sequences with the car chase are good. It's just overall really well done. And if you like Matt Reeves's work, then you will really, really like this. So, you know, he's done a lot of cool stuff. And I just cannot say how much more that I like the movie. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. I will answer pretty much anything unless it's a spoiler, because I'm not going to spoil the movie for anybody. It's Batman versus the Riddler. The real takeaway from this movie is you go into the movie and no one except for the Riddler knows who they are. And when I say that, I mean that Batman, this is year 2, and Catwoman is clearly already some sort of little thief, but she doesn't know who she is. She doesn't have her path. The Penguin is not known as the Penguin. He's simply known as Oz. And he works for Marconi, but he doesn't know who he is yet either. And Gordon is not commissioner. He's a police officer. He's a detective. He doesn't have his path set. So by the end of the movie, they all know exactly who they want to be now and who their what their path is going to be. And I really liked that. I really didn't like the end of the movie. I really didn't. About half hour, it throws away so much that happened. And it's Gotham. I don't need a happy ending. There's never going to be a happy ending in Gotham. Every town has its ups and downs. Some towns' ups outnumber their downs, but not in Gotham. Gotham is always down. Gotham is sometimes given hope, and then that hope is ripped away from it. And that's just how Gotham is. Also, this Gotham is not across the street from Metropolis. So there's that. I would be absolutely happy if Patterson's universe is its own part of the MCU or DCU. I do not want it part of the others. I don't want the rest of the DCU to touch this and tarnish it. The same way I feel about the Joker movie. The Joker movie is a perfect film. It does not need a sequel. It does not need to be attached to anything. It is a perfect movie the way it is. This Batman needs to be its own universe and be held away from the rest, not to touch it. And she's kind of a side character in this one too. Of course, she's not a main character. Batman is the star of Batman. And when they tried to make a Catwoman movie, it didn't work out too well. However, I think she could make an incredible Catwoman movie. This is what I mean when they could make their own little universe, because I think she would work really well in the direction she was going, and she could create her own little thing. They could introduce Poison Ivy into her movie, not a Batman movie. And then this next Batman movie can be about other things and the Penguin. I really think, oh yeah. And she is very, very hot in this movie. It sounds sexist, I know, but that is how she's shot. And it's actually kind of creepy that she's shot with what they would call the male gaze. And Robert looks really creepy when he's looking at her. Everybody's like, it's so intense between the two of them. Yeah, in some points it is, but at the beginning he's very creepy. He is a creep. But I think she would do great as her own film. I really do. I think this has the potential for a great spinoff. If you like the toys, I still think a couple of the Batman McFarlane figures look stupid. However, the Spin Master stuff is pretty cool. So you might pick up like the normal Batman, the Cobblepot, the Selena, that kind of thing. But don't overlook that Spin Master stuff. That stuff's pretty cool. So, I don't know. Has anybody else got any questions or anything else anybody wants to talk about? I did get to see pictures on Twitter. Let me see if I can share the screen of the packaging for the new next generation packaging for the Playmates figures. I really like it. It's probably just about the same size as the old ones. People are complaining because the stuff's not painted. That's not Playmate's point. The point is the figure is newer, better sculpt, and they're giving you the same stuff. Now, I don't know why this emblem is so small. I thought I remember them being communicators. Now, it could be because they're going to use this exact same base for everybody, so it won't matter. But they've got a great 35-year logo up here. And see, that's what Jean-Luc looks like. And they basically are the same type of figures, just a little better sculpt, a couple extra points of articulation on them. Here's Data. And they also announced 5 uh, what is that show called? Prodigy, Star Trek Prodigy figures. You know, as far as a character, I liked this one better. As far as overall hotness, Michelle Pfeiffer is always going to win. And as far as the costume, I liked this one better. But that's because they're two different people. In Batman Returns, the Catwoman is simply a secretary. And, you know, she gets thrown out of a window and she comes back and she doesn't even know she's alive for the most part. And makes her own costume, all this stuff. Well, in this movie, the Catwoman is a waitress who is trying to get out from under in Gotham. And she's figured out how. And how she figures out is, you know, being Catwoman. So I think they're very equal, but in the overall push over the top, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, the Spin Master things are actually pretty cool. I there for a minute it looked like I thought they'd canceled them because they just weren't anywhere anymore. I think maybe they got caught, you know. Oh no. See, this is why you don't open things. If you just leave everything in package, nothing can break. You remember last week when I opened this little guy? Broke right away. And that's just a McFarlane thing. And I don't know why McFarlane doesn't actually, Left Coast, we're almost completely done talking about Batman unless you want to ask a question. There were no spoilers. But you will enjoy it. I know you will. But just I don't know why McFarlane, he usually likes quality control on stuff, and I don't know why he's allowing this. I don't know if it's the type of plastic they're using, the joints, or whatever. I mean, how NECA's box clearly says on it, don't open this and play with it. So, you know, I don't know. Ooh, yoo-hoo. But definitely go see it. There were trailers for Doctor Strange, Harry Potter, Morbius, Top Gun. That was it. Oh, and Jurassic Park. So just the big stuff from this coming area. So this might be a short one today if nobody else wants to come on, because I don't really have anything else to talk about. I didn't get a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot of new stuff. Stuff's kind of the Potter trailer reminded me that Potter's even coming out. I keep forgetting. Of course, we've got the next stuff coming out is Moon Knight. That's going to be cool. That looks really good. Disney has recanified the Netflix universe. That's cool. Of course. About a year ago, I rediscovered Yoo-Hoo, and now every so often when I find it, I got to pick it up. It's really just chocolate water for the most part. It's like watered down chocolate milk, but I love it. I don't know why. Yeah, apart from that, this week, since today is my only day off, I'm not going anywhere. It's supposed to snow. Yes, it was completely spoiler-free. There's the overall plot points, but even then, I didn't go very far into it, Jonathan. John, you're going to love this movie. You really will. It's not fun, but it's enjoyable. There are not I found a couple spots that would have great like Batman lines in them, but which I can't tell you because they give away plot points. But they didn't use them. There were several points where Marvel would have said this to get a little bit of a laugh out and to kind of traumatize the audience from what they've just seen. There is one really good one in there, but it's a stupid like Batman 66 joke that I think people will really enjoy, even who didn't see 66. Everybody knows the humor from 66. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed his directing style. I really hope they've already locked him down for a second film. I really hope they're already getting ready to shoot the second film. Yeah. And let's get into YouTube and Twitter, for a better word, BS. There is no woke stuff in this movie, no matter what they want you to hear. I will tell you one thing, and there's one basic thing, and Catwoman's like, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of fighting against the rich and the old white men who run this city and stuff. And it's like one sentence, and it's nothing we already don't know about Gotham. In fact, we were introduced to this in every movie is always shown us that Gotham is run by an elite. In fact, the Waynes were part of that elite. And so there's none of this wokeness. And yes, Catwoman's bisexual. Surprise! She's been bisexual for a long time. And I don't know why this would be surprising anybody who is either a fan of Batman, a comic, or anything. She's pretty openly almost bisexual in the animated series, let alone the new Harley series and stuff like that. So don't listen to him. It's all bullshit. Oh, sorry. Now I'll get in trouble. But, I just don't get where they're pulling that. It's the same. I hate that term, but the Star Bros or whatever you want to call them, the fandom menace people who just make so much money off hate. They'll do a stream like this and they'll be tearing it apart for this or that, and they'll have 100, 150, 200 people on it. But people doing, that this movie is good and there's no wokeness and just, shut the hell up type of thing, will get 10 to 30 people. Well, not exactly. I did not. I don't buy popcorn and Coke at the theater because it costs too much. And I am fundamentally opposed to them serving food at the movie theater. I don't like it. I'm not there. It's not a restaurant. Quit walking in front of me to serve people food while I'm watching a movie. If I wanted that, then I'd watch it at home and watch people walk in front of my TV. Exactly. It's not woke. Catwoman is Catwoman. The fact that she's black doesn't even really come into it at all. The fact that Gordon's black, nobody cares. The fact that there's Hispanic and Asian and white police officers everywhere doesn't matter. It's just I can't stand those sites. Yeah, there are some. No, he's not. Is he? I honestly did not know that. Now I know Porkins is in the film. I did not know that though. Man, I would have sent him when I got his autograph stuff. I would have done that. Oh man. Well, yeah, and then they come and they want to give you a refill. I do not need a gallon of soda while I'm well, it was a 3-hour movie. I don't need those giant things. Now, if you put them in a collector's cup for me, I might. Like AMC has a popcorn dispenser that looks like the Batman's cowl, and then you take the top of the cowl off and you eat the popcorn out of his head. Now, I might have bought that. It was $26 though, I hear. So, I went to Movie Tavern, Cat, just because it was. They were having a show right after work, and it's 3 hours. I didn't want to be there all night, so I went to Movie Tavern. They redid their chairs and stuff. It's really nice there. And for those of you who don't know, Movie Tavern is just like kind of the AMC and Regal. They have a bigger menu, and you get alcohol and stuff like that. But What? What's wrong with you people? You get free refills on whiskey, but not on soda? That's just crazy. They do. Mr. Nathan Bowden, how you doing, man? I really, really, really love the new logo and banner. That is so cool. It's great. Again, I will drop the chat for anybody who wants to pop in, say hey, or chat for a while about just about anything. We have when they do ladies' night and stuff like that, sometimes you can pay for like an all-you-can-drink thing. They're basically $1 a beer. So it's not technically all you can drink, but for one price. But sometimes they do that with Bloody Marys. Oh, thank you, sir. You always cheer me up. Any video I watch of yours, I always am. When I'm done, I'm smiling, which makes my day so much better, Nate. It really does. But let's see what else. So what else were we looking forward to? Oh, Potter. Potter actually looks pretty good, but I still don't understand why that dude's the star of this series. Why is he like anything? I don't get why he's been picked to help Dumbledore and all this stuff. I thought I recognized his work, but he went over the top for you, man. That is awesome. I'm glad you like his work. Anybody who needs a logo or anything, in almost all my videos, including this one, I think, there is a link to the Fiverr page of the guy I used and Nate has used. And I think he does great work. I think mine, I don't know I think it was $30 or $35. It was pretty cheap to get the logo, a banner, and all the stuff that I was able to make merchandising things with. Merchandising link is scrolling at the bottom. See, we're not allowed to take anything in. They'll give you all the water you want for free, but you have to sneak stuff in. And I know this was a conversation on somebody else's, maybe it was Salacious's stream or something. We're not allowed to take anything into the theater unless it's for like a child. You need to pay for whatever you eat because they just don't make as much on the movies as they do concessions, of course. So yeah, especially this one. I mean, Nate, it was awesome. You will love it. You will dance out of the theater, I think. Simply because I think you'll love it that much. I really do. There's nothing to spoil. It's a good kind of murder mystery in the feel of Seven or Zodiac. And the whole cast is really good, and I'm looking forward to a sequel. I, in fact, am trying to figure out. I have a lot of 12-hour shifts this coming week. I think I'm going to go see it again Tuesday night. I'm going to try and talk a couple other friends into going and seeing it. But a 3-hour movie, that is a lot of time for me to give to something. But I loved it. I think you'll love it. It was really a lot of fun. You know what? I'm lazy and I don't want to create a new video. So I'm going to open this box of 2021 WWF whatever it is, trading cards. Oh yeah, no, they don't. I have a friend who runs an AMC theater and he says they make about 30% off every ticket, depending. And that's why I know it's been a real bone of contention in the news media and stuff. AMC theaters is going to start charging different prices for seats and stuff. Nate, what's up?
What's going on? I can't stay on. because I'm on my phone and I'm on vacation. But you know,
Where you at?
Vegas,
Oh, nice.
celebrating the in-laws' 50th wedding anniversary. So
Oh, wow. That's nice.
yeah, yeah. But I did want to come on, say hey. I went through all this. Now I can't even remember what I was going to say. But
So are we expecting a couple of hunts while you're out there?
I'm trying. It's only going like I'm leaving tomorrow afternoon, so hopefully I can get a couple in today. There's a couple places I like to go when I come out here. So,
I
but
love there's a couple stores in the Caesar Mall that I love going to.
oh,
One that has a lot of autographs, and then there's just this one that has all kinds of weird stuff. It's always way too expensive, but it's cool to see.
it's funny because we were just there too. It was in the Forum Shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there because we went to a place called the Water Grill
Okay.
for their anniversary lunch. Ooh, my goodness, it was good. It was good. Yeah, that it is a once in a, it's one of those places you go once every 5 years.
Yeah.
But when you go, you splurge. So
Yeah, that's how Vegas is. We were going almost every year for supernatural conventions there for a while, and then we're like, this is getting expensive. We need to not do this every year.
Yeah. No, that's true. But what was it? I actually did find something yesterday at Walgreens that like I was shocked. I found and I've kind of cut back on my Black Series figures to focus on my wrestling figures.
Well, yeah, you almost have to. They've been dumping a ton of new wrestlers out.
Yeah, but I figure I saw this clone trooper.
Oh, nice.
At a Walgreens. So it's the Phase 1 clone trooper lieutenant.
That should mean that they're getting in a whole new wave. I'll have to check that out. I've been kind of ignoring Walgreens recently because they haven't been getting a lot. Although one of my Walgreens says they got like 60% of their Christmas toys just got to their store. They had to create a whole aisle of nothing but this kind of random Christmassy stuff.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I haven't gone to Walgreens and like I rarely go to Walgreens now because there's rarely anything there.
Yeah.
But
there's one right by my house that I drive by on the way home. So I probably go there more often than I think I do.
Yeah.
But
no, I only because like right now, if I go to Walgreens, I'm waiting for the Baron Zemo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, none of that exclusive stuff I've seen yet.
Yeah. Like I said, last time I saw an exclusive was back when I first found Silver Surfer.
Oh, yeah.
That was a while ago.
That was.
But yeah, this is, like I said, I just wanted to pop on real quick,
good
say
to see
hey. You too, and just thank you, for recommending that the guy DTF, I think his name.
Too.
Yeah.
He pretty much knows exactly what you're. Once you explain it to him, he's like, "Oh yeah, I got this."
Yeah, I had to take a picture. Like basically, I literally took a picture right then and there of myself holding the belt, and one of my favorite action figures, Clamp Champ.
Yeah.
And sent it to him, and then like within like a day or two, he's like, "Boom, there you go." I was like, "Ooh, nice." So
yeah, I love it a lot. So is that going to be on shirts and stuff here soon?
Yeah, so I did a whole big presentation. I think this past Monday for like the channel and everything, and then hopefully by the end of this month, everything else will be updated. Because I think I just put up a shirt on my Teespring store,
Okay.
but I'm working on putting up more. So I got one of my old logos up there. I want to put all my logos up on the Teespring. So, build up the whole store and everything.
Cool.
So, but yeah, it's oh my God, it's so nice. It just so
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. He does good work.
yeah. So what do you got going on for
Not
the
a whole
rest
lot.
of?
Just kind of chilling today. I'm going to open some packs of wrestling here in a minute.
Oh, nice.
There's not a lot of trading cards to buy anymore. So I found these the other day and I was like, I'll pick that up.
Yeah,
Sleepy got a couple of decent things out of his, but I didn't see
yeah.
any AEW stuff.
No, I haven't seen those. No, I've actually got some videos I'm working on with those WWE cards.
Yeah.
I got a couple of those. So I got some videos I'll probably wind up putting up kind of as like, placeholders because until I actually get my new job, and finish training with that and get back into more toy hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have better hours or still overnight?
I don't know yet.
Hmm.
They haven't even gotten back to me to say they're officially offering me the job.
Yeah. Well,
But I've just finished
I'll think about you, dude.
the whole 2 year. It was a 2 year process because it's a government job.
Oh, those can be good.
Yeah. So
I kind of sort of work for the government and I like it.
yeah. It's the it's a lot of positives to the job. So, I'm just hoping in the next week or so hearing back from them, and then I can put in my notice at my old job. And but then, like I said, it's going to be a month training, so I don't know, and it's going to be like different shifts I train on until they officially put me somewhere. So, like I said, toy hunting may be put on the back burner for a little bit until I can nail down an official schedule.
Well, like I said earlier in the stream, I'm pretty much not doing hunts anymore. I'm getting
Yeah,
horribly lazy about putting videos up, and I need to get back to that. But there's
yeah.
just nothing here to buy. I went to 5 stores, and all I found was this Star Trek 2 pop,
Oh, nice.
and that's the only thing I found in 5 stores. It was crazy.
Ooh,
But I've recently
that's
found out
insane.
that some of the stores around my house, there's a couple comic book stores that are cleaning the Targets and the Walmarts out of stuff first thing in the morning.
Oh,
They're sending their workers there before they open their store and buying anything they think people will want. And so,
wow.
yeah, it's a bummer, but luckily it's not my comic book store. My guys
Yeah.
are too classy for that.
That's good.
If they see something, randomly, they're like, oh well, we could probably sell it, but they don't clean the shelves off.
Yeah. They don't pull what did you hear what when sleeping he talked about one or it was like a
Yeah.
tweet or something.
Yep.
Some dude just cleared out the shelves right as he was getting there.
Yep. I have run into a couple of those guys, and basically it's like, hey, come on, don't be a
Yeah.
jerk. Hey, Cat, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, Cat.
So cool. Well, I'll look forward to them. I think I have like 15 or 20 videos in my queue that I'm going to watch tomorrow, and I know at least 2 of them are yours. So
We
I got to get
yeah.
in
If you get a chance, there's I got a giveaway. All you got to do is watch it. I already know you're subscribed, but and just basically you're picking a wrestler to represent you in the giveaway. I get tired of doing the whole wheel and all this other stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm a very impatient person, so I haven't hit 500 yet. But I said, screw it. I'm just gonna do the giveaway. So
Okay. I'll come up with somebody. I'll use somebody not a lot of other people would probably use.
okay.
In fact, I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah. But
George the Animal Steel.
Well, I got a link in the video.
Okay.
It's the 2019 WWE game.
Okay.
I don't
Oh,
know
yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
I don't know if he's available, but yeah, there's a link. You can see all the people on the roster, and it's all only males.
Okay.
They allow you to mix gender. So yeah,
That's not
you
very
get a
well.
chance. Yeah.
Sasha should be able to beat the hell out of anybody she wants.
Oh shoot, I wish I could pick Bailey. Shoot, I pick Bailey.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I will definitely I'll get up to date tomorrow.
oh yeah, definitely, because I think I'm ending it Sunday.
Okay.
So yeah, but no, it should be fun though, because Monday I'm just gonna play the whole thing. It's gonna be like I haven't figured out what kind of matches or however much. Just depends on how many people I get.
Yeah.
And literally, it's gonna be you could pick from over, I think what almost 14 prizes. You get to pick 6 prizes out of them, and I'll send out all 6 to people.
Jeez. All right.
To
Yeah,
one person. Yeah, you can pick bats, alley vipers, some loose droids from Star Wars, some troopers, Chase Jake the Snake Roberts. What else? Ric Flair, Ultimate,
cool.
Gundam.
I am trying so hard not to get into the Ultimates. That Kane and the Taker are trying to pull me in.
Well, just wait. There's a
And as you can see over here, I've already gotten suckered in a little bit to wrestling, more than I have in a while.
Well, I figure you're probably, like some of the other guys are probably into more the older school wrestlers than the newer.
Yeah, I'd say I kind of stopped really watching wrestling probably around 2000 or so.
Yeah. So I'd say, there's a WrestleMania 3 Ultimate Edition, not to tempt you or anything. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T.
Ooh.
It's coming out. It's coming out. It's the next one right after the Undertaker and Kane. So
yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably get suckered in.
Yeah. I mean, Ultimates is a smaller line. There's only 2 per wave. It's a little bit more expensive, but they're only up to wave. I think that's wave 13.
Yeah.
It's just harder to get caught up. That's gonna be the problem.
Yeah, that would be the problem because I need the Flair and I need the Macho Man.
Yeah.
And maybe the Ultimate Warrior. I have to see who else is in those because I do look at them and I'm like,
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I had to stay away from. I mean, I only get certain Ultimates, but yeah, I had to stay away.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's it. I wanted to say thank you.
No, thank you, dude. Like I say, anytime I watch your stuff, I always come away with a smile, and it makes me happy.
Oh yeah, no, yours, dude. You are such an informative dude that I just watch to make myself better. So to hopefully make my toy hunts and just my knowledge of toys and retail so much better. So just thank you for the awesome content.
So, all right, dude.
All right.
Enjoy.
You have a good one.
Enjoy your last day in Vegas.
Thank you. You enjoy your time off.
Yeah.
And if you have the chance, do nothing.
Yeah, it's like I really do need to get at least one video or 2 shot today.
Yeah.
Just getting incredibly lazy. Like I'll finish this, go downstairs, make breakfast or something. Then I'll be like, well, I could actually watch something real quick. Then I'll go up and do that.
I do the same thing and wind up filming something at like midnight. And then I start looking all tired in the videos, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. It's something.
Yeah.
I can't. So
Cool, dude. Well, I'll look forward to those, and
all right.
I'll get on that. Everybody else, I will actually link once I'm all done here. I'll link that video that Nate's talking about for his giveaway down at the bottom here. Make sure you pop on, say hey, at least watch it, throw a thumbs up, and you're good to go.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
dude?
Thank you. Have a good one.
Laters.
Peace.
I love Nate. He is such a good guy, and he's one of the first people I met after doing this, after sleeping. And he's such a good guy and so knowledgeable about wrestling, man. If you like your wrestling stuff, he's got a wrestling show that he does live with America's Most Wanted. Very good. So anyway, I got these packs of wrestling. There are, I don't know how many there are. 10 packs? I don't know. I don't care. I'll open them. Now, as you can see, they do have quite a lot of subsets on them. It's way too small to see, but you do have the opportunity to get Hall of Fame cards and film strip relics. And so we'll see what's in these. I haven't bought wrestling cards in ages. And I only bought these because they don't have any Star Wars or Garbage Pail Kids or anything else recently that I've been interested in. So, Knox. Oops. This is Bobby Lashley in a no disqualification match. Cool. This is a Hall of Fame card, Kevin Nash. That's cool. Coolest tag team matches. That's a neat set. I like subsets. King Corbin. Bailey. Angel Garza. That's a cool flip. Felt like it had a weird edge to it. Yeah, the toy hunting community doesn't get itself pulled apart like others. We kind of all agree that a lot of the figures we're getting are crap, and we have a hard time finding them. Austin Theory. Don't know who that is. Drew McIntyre. Karrion Kross. See, there's going to be a whole bunch of people. I don't know who any of these people are. John Morrison. Sasha Banks. Ooh, shiny. I know who she is. Shania Blazer. The Undertaker wins a trophy in a gauntlet match. Oh, classic Undertaker. Nice. I know John Cena and Bailey and Sasha and Piper's kid and Flair's kid. That's about all I know from modern wrestling. And Roman Reigns, people I see figures of all the time. This is Drew McIntyre. Scarlett. AJ Styles, because he's a figure that's sitting up there all the time. Memorable entrances. Oh, yeah. Macho Man. WrestleMania 8. God, that was a good match. Get that over here. Oh, Randy Orton. I know him. Again, because he's somebody's kid. King Corbin. John Morrison again. See, I'm trying to think of who else modern I know. I don't know a lot of modern guys because I don't watch it enough. because I don't have cable. JBL. Edge defeating Randy Orton. One of those crazy, stupid ladder matches. Kevin Owens. Drew McIntyre. Otis. I know him because he's been on shelves recently. Cedric Alexander. I know him because I've seen him on shelves. And another Drew McIntyre card. You know. That is true. Yeah, that's the other thing we all agree on is pre-ordering stuff is getting too much, and it's ruining the hobby for me, especially because you can't like when I got this figure, this one here, it was shipped in a baggie from Walmart, and thankfully it's not creased, it's not broken. But if you go look at a couple other guys, theirs are broke, they're ripped, they're crushed, they're wet. And you know, if you pre-order something from someone, I get that Walmart doesn't understand it's a collectible, but I'm getting tired of getting that kind of stuff. I don't know what this is. A no disqualification match. I don't know. It's weird. It's like it's part of a puzzle or something. I don't know. Oh, cool. I got a Pieceworks card. This is a matte relic of Roman Reigns. That's neat. Can always use those. Yeah, because why would you need to be a jerk to anybody? You know, just because they collect something. Now, there are people who, you know, take the, you know, somebody opens a classic figure or something, that it's their figure. Let them do what they want. You want to open stuff? Fine. If you want to leave it in the box, fine. It's your collection. You get to collect how you want. It's not my money that you're buying your stuff from. So, you know, I don't particularly care what you do with your collection. You know, yeah, there's not a lot of nastiness and there's not a lot of drama. Yep. And a lot of us are doing this. This is actually pushing us back into the market. Dolph Ziggler. I don't know who that dude is. Elias plays a tune. See the honky tonk man now? Apollo Crews. There you go. There's a guy I know. Kane. Roman Reigns. Boy, he's heavy in this set. There's Elias. The Miz. I know the Miz. Oh, yeah. I've seen that recently. It's crazy. Or Target does that. Target will send a pop with like an inventory sticker smacked on the face of it. Now, if it's on the back on the box, you can take a hair dryer, or I use a lighter. You can just heat that up and you can pull that right off, and it won't be a problem. But if it's on the plastic, it's really hard to do. It's nuts. Just nuts. Yeah, and like I said, I went to 5 stores the other night and found one thing. Apart from that, everything was old, or you know, there just wasn't anything there. Randy Orton, Nikki Ash, The Miz and John Morrison. Drew McIntyre, shiny card. I'll go over here. Damian Priest. The name sounds familiar, but I don't know if I've seen him. Rey Mysterio. Nice. Yeah. You can go back after it's all done and rewatch it. Like I said, Rick, there's no spoilers, so you'd be good to go. Just opening up some WWE 2021 trading cards. Jax Riker. Hey, Smirking, what's up? Fabulous. Good to see you, man. Yeah, we still haven't gotten either of those lines. Not in Denver, at least that I've seen. The last series of figures I saw was with Tech. So, there's a 3 guys. This is King Corbin. Stands on the bloodline. Dana Brooke. Dexter Loomis. Guy looks like a tool. Who could completely destroy me, but more Drew McIntyre. Boy, this is Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre heavy. Are they pushing them? Tony Storm. AJ Styles. I do recognize him. See? Drew McIntyre again. And these are like different cards. MVP, the USOS, and New Day. I know the New Day. I have some pops of them. Cedric Alexander, Indy Hartwell, Sheamus, and Jeff Hardy. I know both of those guys. Sarah Ray. Don't know who that is. I need some more specialty cards. I think that piecework is going to be the hit out of my box, unfortunately. That's all right. Naomi, I know her. The Edge and Randy Orton. I know both of those guys. Angelo Darkins. Oh, what's this? Is this a chase card? Yeah. This is a Phenomenal Swerve. RKO. That's a specialty. Seth Rollins again. Edge. Becky Lynch. Yeah, well, that's true. Well, there are people who have the Omega line, and have already got them, and they're in their collection. I don't know if I'll ever see those. I mean, really, it's coming to the point where I have to go and going to end up having to go to a convention and pay $5 extra a piece for them at least in order to get them. So, see, I have seen the archive wave with Leia and was it Cody and Ben, but I never saw the Darth guy that was there. This is the last pack. Kevin Owens, Chad Gable, Seth Rollins again, Becca Blair. I'm surprised it's taken me this long. John Cena and AJ Styles and Shotzi, obviously a Loki variant. So Rebecca was flashy, so that's good. So not too bad. I got 7 specialty cards out of the box, 3 sparkly cards, 1 memorable entrances, 1 Hall of Fame card, one of these RKO cards, and then a map piece. So, which of course is Roman Reigns. So, not too bad. For a box, it was $20 a box. I don't know how many cards are in this set. I'd have to look it up on a checklist. Oh, well, never mind. This one card here is card number 156. So obviously I didn't get a set out of this box, but it can get put back into the box and stored. So not too cool, for $20. Yeah, I canceled some pre-orders that I've had out for that long. I'm done waiting. I don't know why, they're not getting stuff shipped. If Walmart can't get them, what hope does like Entertainment Earth have? Ooh. Well, he won't get it. Yeah, if he doesn't get an update figure next year, it'd be surprised. But $45 is a lot. Because he'll have his arm and stuff replaced. So he'll get a new figure maybe even next year. It's hard to tell what happens if he's in Mandalorian season 3. They'll want to have an update figure. Tony. But so to recap, Batman was great. Go see it. Yes, it's 3 hours long. It's 3.5 hours with credits. But it's well worth it. Well, that I somebody had said this wave of figures was showing up at GameStop. So I've got a buddy who works over there. I'm gonna try and get a hold of him because while I do have them on pre-order at Walmart, I'm very afraid of them coming crushed in a bag. Because sometimes my postman does not leave the stuff on the thing like they're supposed to. He'll fold it and put it in my mailbox. But I would too, Rick, just because I think he's going to be that'll be his first figure. But Rick would never use it for trade bait or anything. So this one's pretty good. By the way, thanks for stopping by. How you doing? I don't like that there are so many different Batman going around because now, of course, in The Flash, Michael Keaton's back. They've also been talking about him having his own movie. Kind of like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are now talking about having their own more Spider-Man movies. I don't think we need 2 or 3 Batman running around at the same time. And this actually feels more like, if I was watching them, this almost would feel like an extension of Batman Begins. Just because this is year 2, except I think this is written better. Honestly, I don't know who wrote it. Let me see here real quick. It might have been, Matt Reeves wrote it with Peter. Is the writer for Bad Boys, Mockingjay, a whole bunch of other stuff. But I think Matt Reeves was the one who really had a story in it. And it really does do well in setting up their world. And see, Smith's has a lot of Walmart and Target exclusives in England. What do you mean by grounded? Smirking. He is a cool cowboy figure. He needs a better hat. Yeah, poor Lando. Really, they need to make Lando 1 to a case to make him scarce. Yes, I mean, and really, well, we've had like 7. Because if you think about it, ignore Adam West, but you've had Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, and you can add Kevin Conroy in there for all the animated movies and everything else that he's done. So really, there's been about 7 since, 2000, you know. It's sad that didn't get picked up for another season. My mom really likes that. They say it's been canceled and they're going to make a whole other new show. But it sounds like they're going to do these as like every series might only be 1 season of these. They have. But I think if this starts as a new starting point for them, I don't need Batman in a Flash movie and stuff. Justice League is fine and all, but that's their own world. Let them recast Superman. Let them recast Batman again. That's kind of what they look like they're going to do anyway. But I want this to be its own Batman world. That's true, but you know, from the descriptions, you could say that the Tuscans are the first peoples. Oh man, I would have. There were a couple people who that's when I checked the time on my phone, when like 2 or 3 people almost simultaneously got up and left. And I was like, oh man, they don't hate the movie. And I looked, and we'd been there for almost 2 hours. And I was like, they got to pee. Sure enough, they came back. Yeah, that's the problem with like world building like this. It's because of Flashpoint and the multiverse and stuff, you're going to get that kind of thing. But I would really love them to just do Batman. Marvel crosses over so much and stuff. I don't mind that. Now adding Toby and Andrew, everybody wanted that anyway. It's the multiverse. It's just how it works. But now everything is in the multiverse, and it's, you know, how far do you go down that rabbit hole? Do you say that the Spider-Man from the Electric Company is actually part of the multiverse? Is the Japanese Spider-Man show part of the multiverse? And you're right, it gets very confusing and it gets dumb to see stuff like that over and over. But I will tell you, this is a giant spoiler. You do not see Martha and Thomas Wayne die. We do not see that bit over again. So I think they did a good thing there. All right. Catch Cat. Yeah, Spider-Man has done the same thing, except I think what Spider-Man's done is nice is that for the most part, they've picked a new villain every time. So you're not just getting another Green Goblin or something like that. But I think it's I don't know. I do think you're right, but the problem is people age out of things. Like movies take so long to make that's why. I mean, if you take somebody like Daniel Craig, who only did like 5 Bond movies, but he's been Bond for 15 years or something like that. He's old now. His body can't take that, you know. Well, they've got they have several of the Walmart exclusives, because I was looking at Mark's video the other day, Blue Harvest, and there's several of them right on there, peg hooks, GameStop exclusives especially. Yeah, well, Yellowstone is good. Deadwood was really good, and especially if you like Cobb Bane, and if you like him as an actor, watch Justified, which is kind of like a modern Western type thing is anyway. No, it was not. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh my God, so many Batman. McFarlane has a hard-on for the Batman. And he does so many. The DC universe is so huge. But he does weird figures. Who wanted those rock and roll figures? You know, no one asked for that. I want a decent looking Green Lantern. I want a decent Plastic Man. I want a decent Green Arrow. I want, stuff like that. Do more villains. Where's my Penguin? There's like 10 Jokers now. Finally, we might get we got a decent Catwoman out of this set. But, he needs to do more stuff that isn't just, the Bat. But well, and maybe I don't know how you get around that, because you couldn't just suddenly have somebody new be Batman. I mean, you could just do it and nobody would notice, kind of like James Bond. When James Bond changed over to Daniel Craig, they kept Judi Dench, and Judi Dench didn't notice that the character had changed. I think that would be something you could do, but yeah, I don't need to see that. We know that. I don't need to see Superman being sent from his home world. I don't need to see the pearls falling on the ground from Batman. I don't need to see Uncle Ben die from Spider-Man. Also in this universe, is there an Uncle Ben? Because I don't know if Melissa Tomei was married or not. Yeah, I don't need to see any of that. You give me a new character, like when they introduced Wonder Woman, or they introduced the Flash, or Aquaman, or something like that. Fine, first movie, that's it. I don't care if you reboot your whole thing 5 years later. I don't care. But you have to have good writers, because my concern about the Flash movie is that that point is going to get broken somehow, because the DCU does not do very good. Yeah, I didn't like him because he was more grounded. So you had a James Bond who got hurt, remembered he was hurt, and didn't rely on gadgets so much. The gadgets were always great in Bond movies, the submarine cars, all that stuff. But it got nuts there toward the end of Roger Moore and into Pierce Brosnan a little bit too. Bob. Who's Shane Warne? Is he a footballer? The name sounds familiar. Yeah, but if you watch Roger Moore does not do anywhere near the stunt level that Daniel Craig does. And Craig, doing most of his own stunt work and stuff, has gotten hurt pretty badly. But Moore, I still think Moore was almost too old. By then, I'd had The Saint. He was already James Bond to me. That's why he was my first Bond. I didn't see any Connery stuff. The first James Bond movie I saw in the theater was View to a Kill. But that was the first one I saw in theaters, and then I watched them all up to that point. Yeah, the multiverse for DC, and I think that's the mistake that Marvel's about to make too, because they're about to introduce, like, people don't realize that What If was and is part of the Marvel universe. So if you didn't watch What If, and you don't know what the Marvel Zombies is, that's going to confuse the hell out of you when you see Doctor Strange and there's a zombie Wanda and a zombie Doctor Strange and whatever else they do, Yeah, well, look how badly he got hurt. He says he's never recovered properly from the injury he got in Temple of Doom when he messed his back up so badly. But I don't think you're going to see a lot. I think that's why we have so many helper monkeys with him in this movie, because I think you're going to have Harrison has to step back and understand he's 80. It is, but they break. They don't use as many redo figures as Marvel does, and Marvel's very upfront about it. Marvel will tell you, this is the body from this figure, these are the legs from this figure, and now we were able to make a new figure out of it, but really just resculpting a new head. But I don't know. Marvel just seems to do it better. I do love McFarlane figures, but I'm buying the Batman 66 stuff. But I don't own any of the real McFarlane stuff. I own a Batman, an animated Batman, an animated Superman, a Harley Quinn, a Robin that was gifted to me, and a black suited Superman. And that's it. So I own 5. I would buy some more if they were on clearance, which they did. Those rock and roll ones went on clearance, but they're stupid. I don't want those in my collection. I got some weird stuff behind me. Well, they just remake stuff. Like you saw that they're remaking White Men Can't Jump. And they're recasting it, of course. Why? Were people screaming for a new version of White Men Can't Jump? I don't, or they do their switch. Like whether they make a white character black or a black character white or a ginger character black or a male character female. And then they think that's originality. It's not originality. You're copying stuff, you know? Yes. Thank you, Jonathan. Also, Yoo-hoo is delicious. Yeah. It's it just, you know, we the remakes are just nuts because they don't, unless they do them well, you almost never get a good remake. There's always something wrong with them. So, he's a cricket player. Oh man, he was young. Holy smoke. Wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But it's, you know, they tried to reboot RoboCop. It didn't work. They tried to reboot, you know, Total Recall. It didn't work. They tried to reboot The Honeymooners. It didn't work. They tried to reboot Charmed, and I think it might still be on air. They reboot Kung Fu. They, you know, you get all these, and you know, the rebooted Walker Texas Ranger. Their new thing is either rebooting or bringing back. You know. Yeah, man, he was young too. He was only 52. That's crazy. Huh. Heart attack. Well, that's how I'm going to go someday. That's sad. Literally. But you have to admit Logan was probably one of the best Marvel movies made, at least outside of the MCU. I really don't want them to bring Hugh Jackman back into the MCU in any way. I want them to recast Wolverine and not deal with him. There are other bald people who could play Professor X. You don't have to have Patrick Stewart, but they're going to. But yeah, he was, and if they had their way, I bet you they'd be doing it with Deadpool now because Deadpool sells. But Wolverine sells. And so you have to shoehorn him into everything. It looks like it. I mean, you know, but so young, geez. So, guys, did they ever make, you know, over here in America, we had a series called Starting Lineup. It was made by Kenner. They did baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and they even did soccer figures in Europe. Did they ever do anything like cricket action figures over there? Like, did Starting Lineup ever do anything like that in India or, you know, wherever cricket's actually popular? Exactly. And like, they can take a character, they could take a suit, like Tony Stark in a suit, and just by changing the color of that suit, you could get, you know, they've probably gotten 20 figures out of that chest, out of that suit jacket body. And that's the way you do it. And I don't see why they can't do that with Star Wars characters. There are so many Jedi who just wear robes. It's not like their robes are that hugely different. But it's just, and see, that's one of the most panned remakes of King Kong. I actually kind of liked it. And the newer Kongs are okay. Godzilla versus Kong was good because it was actually Godzilla versus Kong and not still too many people in the movie for me. But, we don't need remakes of everything. Sequels I can get into, like the Top Gun sequel. I'm taking my mom because she loves Top Gun. She loves Tom Cruise. So we'll go see that. But I wasn't craving a Top Gun remake. That wasn't on my list. I do not need a Star Trek 4. I don't like the JJ verse, but there are a lot of people who do, so it'll be a great movie for them. Yeah, McFarlane did some nice figures for sports, and then he lost the licenses and just didn't do anything. I don't know if he just didn't care anymore or he was taking a break, or it's hard to get licensing for the people. Yeah. Okay, cool. I know that game. Well, I wondered if they do something like if everybody remembers Hero Clicks. There was a time where they were going to do Hero Clicks as sporting figures, so you could create your own team, and then somehow I don't know how the game was going to work, but those never went anywhere. Boo. Well, have a good day anyway out there adulting. It's a very good 80s flick. And a young Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer, several really good people in there. Michael Ironside. It's a good 80s flick. It really is. Great soundtrack, of course. And if you've seen any of Archer, then you know that he loves Danger Zone. Danger Zone. Cool. I don't understand TikTok. Sleeping he corners every market. I don't know. I mean, I've tried making little clips of stuff, but it doesn't do very well. And he says the key is doing longer stuff. So I don't know. He thinks I should cut like a minute or 30 seconds or a minute out of each of my hunts and then put them on there. So we'll see. But I don't know. I have hard enough time making content for YouTube at the moment. I get tired and like, it's my only day off. I don't want to work on my second job. So but well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. It's been about 2 hours. I need to go find some breakfast or something. I'm going to do I got a couple little videos I'm working on, some thrifting Star Wars and Star Trek stuff, recent pop pickups, a couple other little things, some VHS stuff that I found recently. I need to do a big video on all the Left Coast Graphics stuff that I've gotten. If you haven't been over there, he's got a whole bunch of new pre-sales you need to get on. Nathan Bowden, go over to his channel, pop onto his giveaway. Make sure you watch the video, give it a like, subscribe if you're not. Nathan Bowden's a great guy. And then pick your wrestler for his event. That'll be fun. So until next Friday, catch you on the flip side.